Ladies and gentlemen, there will be days when nothing makes sense, when the world feels like it's closing in, when your mind screams for rest, your body begs for comfort, and your spirit questions everything. But let me tell you something most people never grasp. Success doesn't belong to the most talented. It belongs to the most relentless, the ones who keep showing up day after day, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. When your motivation is gone and your heart is heavy, show up anyway. That's where greatness is born, not in the comfort zone, but in the chaos. If you're serious about becoming unstoppable, watch this entire video because your future demands one thing from you right now: consistency over convenience. Let's go deep, let's go hard, and let's make sure you never give up on yourself, no matter what. The power of relentless consistency. Every dream you chase, every goal you write down, every desire that burns in your chest, it all means nothing if you don't show up. You want results? Then you need relentless consistency. This hour is all about building the mental toughness to be there for yourself every single day. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is forever. High performers don't wait for the perfect conditions. They create them. Consistency means showing up when it's boring, painful, or thankless. Every time you show up, you separate yourself from 90% of the world. Talent might get you noticed, but grit keeps you in the game. Most people quit not because they lack ability, but because they lack endurance. Every repetition, every cold morning, every ignored win, it's all building armor. Right. You are just working out, studying, grinding. You're casting a vote for your future self. Those tiny daily actions, they compound into greatness. Keep showing up even when the fire dims, because the real spark is built through repetition, not inspiration. Keep showing up when no one believes in you. There's a unique kind of silence that hits when you're grinding alone. When your name isn't being called, when no one's clapping, and the room is empty, but your heart is still full. You're showing up, and no one sees it. No one is validating you. No one is giving you credit. That's where most people fold. But not you. Because the ones who win in this life, the ones who break the mold, they know how to perform, even when the audience is gone. They know how to fight, even when they're doubted. You don't need cheers. You don't need approval. You don't need anyone to believe in you, because you believe in you. Doubt is fuel. Let it burn inside of you, not break you. They may laugh today, but they'll watch silently tomorrow. Champions are forged in private, not under the spotlight. You're not chasing recognition, you're chasing results. When the noise disappears, the only voice left is yours. Make it unshakable. You must be your own motivation, your own validation, and your own fire. Belief is built through battles that nobody sees. You don't need the world to back you. You just need to back yourself relentlessly. Show up for your goals even when it looks like nothing's happening, because everything is happening behind the scenes. Your silence today is building the volume of your success story tomorrow. Keep showing up even when it's lonely, because one day Those same people who doubted you will turn around and ask how you did it. And you'll smile because you never stopped showing up. Keep showing up when you're tired, broken, and beaten down. There's a moment in the journey where it stops being about talent. It stops being about potential. It stops being about how smart you are, how gifted you are, or how much support you've got. It becomes about one thing and one thing only: willpower. It's the moment where your body is sore, your mind is foggy, your soul feels exhausted, and yet you still show up. This is the hour when most people quit, when the grind gets too heavy, when the setbacks feel too personal, when the results don't match the effort. But that's exactly when your character is revealed. That's the turning point, the breaking point, where most fold, but the rare ones dig deeper. You've got to learn to keep showing up when life punches you in the mouth. When the alarm goes off and every fiber of your being wants to roll back over, get up anyway. When your heart is heavy and your mind is clouded, lace up your shoes anyway. When your goals feel far away and the motivation is gone, push forward anyway. Because discipline isn't about how you feel. It's about what you do. The pain you're feeling right now is not punishment, it's preparation. The struggle is not a stop sign. It's a signal to level up. You're not broken, you're building. Every setback is setting you up for a comeback if you refuse to quit. Most people only show up when it's easy. You show up regardless. You keep walking with bloody feet when the path turns to stone. You keep speaking life over your dream when the world throws silence in return. You keep creating, grinding, building, even when the progress is invisible. That's the mindset that separates the average from the elite. Winners don't wait for ideal conditions. They create momentum in chaos. They don't negotiate with pain. They work with it. They don't complain. They climb. They don't retreat. They reload. When you learn to show up while tired, while angry, while discouraged, while doubting, you become unstoppable. You train your mind to push past resistance. You teach your soul to dance in discomfort. Let them count you out. Let them bet against you. Because nothing terrifies the world more than a person who keeps showing up no matter what. This is not about hype. This is about heart. This is about grit. This is about the fire inside you that refuses to be put out. So, if today you're on the edge, broken, defeated, barely holding on, listen to this. You're still breathing. You're still standing. You're still in the game. That means you have everything you need. Now, dig deeper. Wipe the blood from your face. Silence the voice that says stop. And show up again. Show up for the dream, even when no one believes in it. There's a powerful, painful truth you need to understand. Most people won't see your vision, and they're not supposed to. It's your dream, not theirs. So when the support fades, when the cheers stop, when the crowd disappears, will you still show up? Because real warriors, real builders, real legends, they don't need applause to keep moving. They don't need validation to keep climbing. They're fueled by purpose, not praise. And that's you. You show up when it's dark. You show up when it's lonely. You show up when your name isn't trending, when your posts don't go viral. when nobody sees the grind behind the scenes. Because you know what most never learn. The work you do in silence creates the results they'll scream about later. Every lonely rep, every quiet grind, every unseen effort, it all compounds. While they're sleeping, you sharpening. While they're partying, you're planting seeds. While they're watching, doubting, mocking, you're building in silence. You don't need a crowd. You don't need a stage. You don't need permission. You just need to keep showing up. You see, vision is lonely. Discipline is lonely. Elevation is lonely. But that's what it takes to build something real. Let the world misunderstand you. Let them doubt you. Let them laugh. Because when you finally break through, and you will, the same people who ignored you will ask how you did it. And the answer will be simple. I showed up when it didn't make sense. I showed up when I had every excuse not to. I showed up when I had to carry the dream alone. That's the formula. That's the power. That's the secret. If you only show up when you're celebrated, you'll never build consistency. If you only show up when you're motivated, you'll never last. But if you learn to show up when you're doubted, discouraged, and dead tired, you become a 1%. You don't need hype. You need hunger. You need inspiration. You need obsession. You don't need permission. You need persistence. So let the spotlight fade. Let the noise die down. Let the critics go quiet. And you just keep showing up. Because the grind doesn't care who's watching. But greatness, it's always watching. Keep showing up when quitting would be easier. This is where most people stop. This is where dreams die, right before the breakthrough. And not because they weren't good enough, or strong enough, or smart enough, but because they quit too soon. See, quitting is seductive. It whispers in your ear when the pressure gets heavy. It tempts you when the results don't come fast enough. And it lures you when you're exhausted and no one's cheering. But the truth? Quitting is always available. So is victory. The difference is who you decide to become. Champions aren't the ones who never feel like quitting. They're the ones who never give in to it. They keep showing up when it's boring. They keep showing up when it's brutal. They keep showing up when everything in them says, take the easy way out. Because they've learned the cost of giving up is far greater than the pain of pushing through. You think greatness feels good all the time? It doesn't. It feels lonely. It feels thankless. It feels like dragging yourself through fire with no guarantee on the other side. But still, you keep going because you know you don't get what you want. You get what you're willing to suffer for. And you're not here for the average life. You're not here to be comfortable. You're not here to coast. You're here to conquer, to transform, to become unstoppable. When you're tired, show up tired. When you're hurt, show up healing. When you're doubting, show up anyway. Because every time you push, when it would have been easier to fold, you're rewriting your identity. You're becoming someone who can't be broken. Someone who doesn't need perfect conditions. And so, in you, someone who doesn't wait for motivation, they run on mission. Every giant you face, every storm you walk through, every wall you break, it's all stacking into your legacy. So, no matter what happens, no matter how hard it gets, don't give quitting the satisfaction. This is the moment where most give up, but not you. Not this time. Not today. Keep showing up, especially now, because your future self is counting on you to be relentless. Keep showing up. That's how legends are made. This is it, the final hour. Not just of the speech, but of your hesitation. Because everything you want, everything you dream about, everything you believe you're capable of, it's waiting for the version of you who refuses to stay down. Legends are not built in moments of comfort. They're built when your body says no, and your spirit screams go. Go! They're built when no one is watching, when the lights are off, when it's just you, the grind, and a voice in your head saying, keep showing up. No matter what, do you understand what's at stake here? It's not just about success. It's about identity, about discipline, about forging a mind so strong that excuses can't survive in it. The world doesn't care how you feel, but it will respect your consistency. It will respect your results. And those only come when you stop negotiating with weakness. You keep showing up because there's a mission bigger than your mood. There's a future depending on your follow-through. There's a fire inside you that average people just won't understand. You don't chase motivation. You wake up with direction. You wake up and execute. Whether you feel like it or not, because that's what warriors do. Let people sleep in. Let people play small. Let people make excuses. You're clocked in when others check out. You're training when they're quitting. Do A, B, you're showing up when it hurts, and that's why you win. This is your era. This is your time. And every single day you show up, you're stacking bricks on the empire called your legacy. Never forget this. The strongest muscle you have is not your body. It's your mindset. And when you build a mindset that doesn't quit, you become unstoppable. So no matter the setback, no matter the delay, no matter the storm, keep showing up every damn day. Your future demands it. Your greatness depends on it. And the world is waiting to see what happens when you stop breaking and start building. If this message fired you up, don't just sit there, take action. Like this video, if you're done making excuses. Hammer, subscribe if you're serious about building the strongest version of yourself. Bullet, drop a comment with, I don't quit. I keep showing up. Let the world know you're all in. Share this with someone who needs a push, because we don't rise alone. Every second you wait is a second someone else is working. Remember, motivation fades, but mission lasts. And if you're still here, you've already proven you're built different.